Today, we're talking about a remarkable woman you might not hear about in Sunday school very often. Huldah, the prophetess. Her story is tucked away in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 22, and it's short but powerful. Now, don't be fooled by the small number of verses. Huldah's words shook a nation and reminded everyone that listening to God's truth is never out of style. And yes, we're going to keep it relatable, because what Huldah did still matters in 2025. Picture this. It's the time of King Josiah. He's young, energetic, and honestly one of the few kings who really wanted to do right by God. One day, during temple repairs, the workers find something incredible, the book of the law that had been forgotten for years. Imagine finding your grandmother's old recipe book hidden in the attic. But instead of just banana bread recipes, it's the blueprint for your nation's relationship with God. And everyone's been ignoring it for decades. When Josiah hears it read aloud, his heart breaks. He realizes, we've seriously messed up. And instead of shrugging it off, he says, we need to know what God thinks about this right now. Josiah sends his officials to find a prophet, someone who can tell them God's message. Now here's the twist. They don't go to Jeremiah. They don't go to Zephaniah. They go to Huldah, yes, a woman, in ancient Israel, at a time when most spiritual leaders were men. And she's not just a backup choice. She's the go-to. This tells us Huldah had a rock-solid reputation. She was trusted, respected, and known for speaking the truth without sugarcoating it. The officials find her, and she listens carefully to their story. Then Huldah delivers the message, and it's not the feel-good type. She says in simple terms, the nation has turned away from God for too long. Judgment is coming. But, and this is important, she also gives Josiah a personal message. Because you humbled yourself, listened, and turned your heart toward God, you won't see this disaster in your lifetime. Translation? Your genuine repentance matters. Your choices still have weight. And even in the middle of a national mess, personal faithfulness counts. Now, here's where it gets real for us. We live in a world full of noise, headlines, opinions, trends, and everyone's got a hot take. But truth? Real truth? That's harder to find. Huldah's story shows us that. Truth doesn't depend on who's supposed to deliver it. God can speak through anyone. Leaders, even the good ones, need wise voices around them. When you realize you're wrong, the best thing you can do is own it and change course. And maybe the biggest lesson? You don't have to be famous to be faithful. Huldah wasn't in the spotlight, but when her moment came, she was ready. So what can we take from this in 2025? 1. Be ready when your moment comes. Preparation in the quiet seasons pays off in the big ones. 2. Your voice matters. Whether you're leading a nation, a family, or just your own life, speaking the truth with love is powerful. 3. Faithfulness protects you, even when the world feels shaky. In a time when global uncertainty, social tension, and constant change feel overwhelming, Huldah's story reminds us: stay rooted in truth, stay humble, and don't underestimate the influence of a single faithful person. If Huldah's story inspired you today, imagine how many other hidden gems are in the Bible, just waiting to speak into your life. Make sure to share this video with someone who needs a reminder that their voice matters. Like if you enjoyed this story, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Until next time, stay faithful, stay hopeful, and remember, sometimes the most powerful voices are the ones the world doesn't expect.